Okay, almost 12:01. I think I'm going to get started. So welcome. It's Thursday, Thankfulness Thursday. So today we're focused on a gratitude practice. And to give you some context for what happened to me this morning, I spilled my cup of coffee, and my immediate knee-jerk reaction was to feel irritated and pissed off. And now I needed to open up all the drawers and clean out all the coffee and the cracks and take out the stuff that was in the drawers. And I'm sure you guys know the drill. And so when I found this picture, I thought, this is a good theme for the day. So no, this is not my cup of coffee spilled on some paper that turned into a beautiful scene, but it is a good reminder that whatever happens in terms of daily challenges, especially people that we find difficult and abrasive, challenging, so forth, there's always an opportunity there to transmute that into something positive. So that's why I like this issue. So the pessimist sees difficulty in every situation or opportunity, and the optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. So when we spill our cup of coffee, when we bump into that abrasive person or have an interaction with them, how do we, it's almost like a sign of defiance to say, I'm not going to let this run me. I'm not going to let this own me. I'm going to instead take a step back and activate that capacity for mindfulness, for kindness, for self-respect, and actually use this opportunity and this time to say, how do I make the most of this? And here's my pitch for the session today is when we run into these kinds of difficulties, there's an opportunity to reconnect with our core values. So when someone does something that feels abrasive or unkind, we can either get hooked on the thing that they're doing and get pissed off and get sucked into it, or we can take a step back, put our hand on our chest and say, oh, great reminder how much I value kindness and respect and fill in the blank, whatever your core values are. So every time we run into someone who we could consider difficult, we can again transmute that. So almost like a kind of alchemy. We can go in the other direction and say, this is an opportunity for me to remember and reconnect more deeply with what I hold so dear. And the fact that this person is not doing that is just a beautiful reminder it's like a cosmic reminder to say, okay, let me remember what's important to me. So I thought today we would explore that. As always, these meditations are little mini experiments, but let's try it out and see how it goes. So go ahead, close your eyes and spend a couple minutes arriving. First, noticing the body in contact with the ground, whichever parts of your body are either directly or indirectly in contact with the ground. So feet, pelvis, hamstrings, glutes, lower back. Even if we're at 30 something thousand feet in an airplane, there still is some connection that our body has to something that I would say would be grounding in a way. So just noticing those parts of your body in contact with the ground. If you want, you can also put both hands on your thighs and notice, oh, there's another indirect contact point between my hands, my body into the ground. There's a stability to this connection. And also noticing the constant movement of breath coming and going. Even though we're steady and in contact with the ground, there's also this it's a dynamic, fluid experience. The body's always breathing, always moving, and seeing if you can flow with that movement, not resist it, and being in flow with breath, the coming and going of breath in the body. It's a beautiful metaphor for being with mind and thoughts and memories, always coming, always going, always dynamic, never static, and just allowing it to be, just like breath, just let the thoughts come and go. Now, using the mind, if you can bring to mind someone who's a little bit challenging for you, but is sort of on the periphery of your life. So, not a spouse, not a family member, but someone in your community or neighborhood, corner store, doesn't really matter, but someone who's maybe an acquaintance or, like I said, a neighbor in your community, someone that rubs you the wrong way. And picture them being annoying, being irritating, activating you. Notice the knee jerk reactivity in the body, the aversion. Now see if you can open up and lean into what it is that they're doing that you find irritating or annoying or offensive. And ask yourself, what does this behavior represent in terms of a violation of any values that you have? Like, what is it that they're doing that doesn't sit well? And then focus on that. Maybe it's kindness, respect, consideration, mutuality. And instead of focusing on their behavior and the irritation or the discomfort that comes with it, you can, if you want to, right now, you can just put your hand on your chest and deeply connect with the underlying value that is up for you. And connect with that, lean into that. Just for a moment, appreciating how important this value is to you. When people are kind, they use language and body language that feels safe and comfortable. They're being considerate. Like how good that feels when we come into contact with that. And this person, unknowingly and unwittingly, is giving us the gift of a reminder of what's important to us. Now let's see if we can turn up the heat on this idea a little bit. So I want you to think of someone who's more in your closer to your inner circle of life, who's challenging, again, abrasive, a little bit scary, just downright annoying. Doesn't really matter, but there's something about them. They're in your life and it just activates a sense of dis-ease. If you see them doing or saying what they do, notice your reactivity. And ask yourself, what is it that this person's behavior is violating in terms of my values? Why is it so triggering for me? And then lean into that value. How lucky to be the kind of person that really cares about kindness and consideration and respect, and empathy and love. I could keep going, but I'm guessing that's what's alive for us in these moments. What makes our life awesome and special is because we care about those values. And so we bump into this peculiar paradox, which is sometimes we only really appreciate and notice certain things when there's an absence of them, or sometimes even a kind of assault by others. And we remember, oh, right, this is really important to me. And I get to experience that. I get to see it clearly. Hopefully, I then get to embody that and take it back out into the world. So thank you for reminding me about what's important to me. And go ahead and take a deep breath in. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. Relaxing your shoulders, your belly, your chest, your hands. And then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Letting go. And then hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Come on back to the session. And yeah, may this be an invitation for you to see the challenging, difficult people in the rest of your day today, at least, as kind of cosmic gifts and valued reminders. So hope that worked. Hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Take care.